I'm Joy Cosler and I am Head of Chemistry here at Tutsford, and I just want to give you a little bit more insight into what it's like to study A-level chemistry. Normally there are three reasons why students choose to study this subject at A-level. The first being that they really enjoy GCSE and they want to learn more about the topics they have covered. The second, they enjoy being challenged, and chemistry A-level is certainly challenging. And finally, they may need the subject for what they want to do in the future. So many courses require chemistry A-level as a subject at university. So, for example, if somebody wanted to do pharmacy, pharmacology, medicine, dentistry, veterinary, those are just a few of them. So, as far as chemistry department goes, we have chosen the AQA specification to follow. And there's two real main reasons for that. The first is that actually that subject content is really interesting to teach and learn. The second reason being that we have this exam board at GCSE, and obviously then you are very familiar with the papers and the style of the paper and perhaps the questions. There is no coursework involved whatsoever. It's all 100% exams at the end of year 13. Obviously, maths is involved in chemistry, and there will be, we have to have a certain percentage of the exam paper has to be made up of mathematical skills. And finally, you will receive a practical accreditation at the end of the year 13 course alongside your A-level grade. It will just be literally a pass or a fail, practical accreditation. You obviously know about chemistry, it's not a new subject to you. So in year one, really, we do sort of the fundamentals. We look at the ideas and concepts that you learned at GCSE, we build on those, and we introduce some new topics. So on this slide, there'll be a few things that you're very familiar with: atomic structure, amount of substance, bonding. But although you know some of this stuff already, there'll be other new ideas and principles introduced. In year two, we build on the stuff that you've done in year one. And again, we introduce some new topics to that. So if you are doing something like biology at A-level, there are quite a few in the organic chemistry that help you with your biology. So we do a little bit of biochemistry there, we do chemistry of amino acids, proteins, and DNA. Obviously, chemistry is a practical subject. You have to do practical assessment at A-level to get that practical accreditation. It's not only that they're not the only practicals we do, but there are some core practicals that you have to do throughout the course. We assess you in these practical skills. It's not necessarily pass-fail. You get lots of opportunities to actually get that skill in the core practicals the exam board say you have to do. You will also have practical questions in all the exams. So the core practicals that AQA say you have to do, you will get questions on those in the exams. But as I said before, we don't limit the practical work just to those core activities. We do practical to learn from in a variety of different topics. Obviously, some are more practical based than others, so it could be at some point you're doing a practical every week or every other week. For other units, it might be slightly less regular. As far as assessment goes, we'd like to think of ourselves as quite a supportive department, and we try and give you access to lots of past paper questions in a variety of different ways. So we give you assessed homeworks for each unit. We'll give you recall tests and past paper question tests when we finish a topic. And obviously, as a school, we give you mocks throughout the course. So you'll have one in year 12, you'll have one in year 13. There are 3 papers which you will take at the end of year 13. So they are split up as on the slide. So paper 1 covers inorganic and physical. Paper 2 covers some of the stuff that's done in paper 1 with a little bit more physical and organic. And paper 3 literally is synoptic. It can cover any part of the specification, and that is also where you will get some multiple choice questions. It tends to be a bit more practical based in the emphasis, but again, it can go anywhere in the spec. As far as support goes, as I said previously, you know, we'd like to think that students find us approachable. We obviously help them in any way that we can. We do subscribe to Caboodle, which has an online service which has a variety of activities which allow you to review your GCSE work, but will also give you interactive tasks to complete. There's worksheets, there's checklists, skill support, and it also has that online textbook, so you will have access to an online textbook. We also run a chemistry problem class after school to support year 12 and 13 students. So you can come and just do some homework with us if you want, or you can come with a problem, or you can come and say, I don't understand this, can you find some questions? And we will support you in that learning. We make sure that you have access to a programme which will give you some exam questions, so you can select your own for topics that you'll find difficult. AQA is an exam board that is well resourced, so there are loads and loads of different revision guides that have been written and loads of different textbooks. So a lot of our students actually will have that online textbook, but they also will buy a revision guide, or perhaps even invest in another textbook alongside the one online. Entry requirements. Combined science 6/6, triple science 6, English 6, maths 6. Obviously, there is a lot of maths involved in chemistry, and you have to be competent with numbers. You know, if numbers scare you, chemistry is not an A level for you to choose. English, some of our questions are quite long, and you really do have to select information from them. If anyone wants to discuss those entry requirements with me, they can come and find me in school, or they can speak to their chemistry teachers at the moment. And finally, the way we work in chemistry at AS is we normally have 2 groups, and you normally have 2 teachers per group. So, you know, occasionally we'll probably have 21, 22 students. Some years slightly less, some years slightly more, and each group will have 2 different teachers. We have 5 lessons a week, and in those lessons we use one of them for a problem class, sort of thinking about our thinking, stroke revision lesson. So in year 13 we are going back over regularly year 12 work that we are using again, just to keep it fresh and familiar in your minds. The teachers are on there, sort of all the GCSE teachers will teach chemistry at AS, but obviously, you know, it will depend on how many groups we have. We do have a 3-week trial. That's not common. That's not just us. That's all the subjects across the school. What we tend to start with is the maths. So we start with amount of substance, and that's to give you an idea of the maths involved at the start. So you can think, actually, this subject isn't for me, and you can make more of an informed choice. So that's to help you there. Obviously, along with lines of school policy, you have got to pass your 3-week trial to go on to stay on the course. If you have any other information, please feel free to come and find me in school, drop me an email or a message on WeDoc or whatever, and I will get back to you.